Hello, everyone. My name is Chidi, and you're welcome to Talk Life with Chidi. Today, I'm talking about a very important topic, the great decision. The great decision I'm talking about here is about marriage. What makes marriage or the topic of marriage a great decision? What makes the decision of choosing a life partner a great decision? I'm reading from Adventist Home. What exactly does the Bible say about marriage? What is marriage supposed to do in your life? Is marriage supposed to be something that enhances your life? Or is it supposed to be the end of your life? Can it make or mar you? Can it lead to the success, your success, or can it lead to your failure? These are the topics, the few points that we're going to talk about today using the book, The Adventist Home. Under the great decision, the topic, she said, if those who contemplate, if those who are contemplating marriage would not have miserable, unhappy reflections after marriage, they must make it a subject of serious, earnest reflection now. This step, taken unwisely, is one of the most effective means of ruining the usefulness of young men and women. A lot of us think that marriage is a bed of roses, like automatically you just get married and they live happily ever after. I think that's the slang, but we don't know that there is more to marriage than just that. Look, if you want your marriage to be a happy one, there are things that you need to do. Look, don't go with what you see on social media and what you see on the television. The word has got it wrong. You cannot afford to follow the word with what they say. What does the Bible say about marriage? That is what you should focus on if you're a Christian. What does the Bible say about marriage? Have you taken time to ask yourself questions? My parents, my parents' marriage, how was it? What could have been done better? What did they not do right? Look, as kids, you know what happens in your home, so you can tell what is not right and what is wrong. But so many times we ignore these things. We don't even think about it. We're like, oh, just let life roll by. Don't let life roll by. Look, I learned recently that I've got to be intentional about everything. If you're not intentional, you're not going to get the results that you desire. When you decide within yourself, I want my life to be better. I want to do things differently. I want to achieve something. I want my home to be better. I want my marriage to be good. When you start telling yourself these things, then you start working on it. But until then, if you don't do anything about it, then you're just going to be rolling. Anything that comes your way, anyhow it comes your way. No, one has got to be intentional. You've got to study about marriage. I think that people should study and spend more money, more time, more resources on the topic of marriage than they would for a career. The reason is because you can go to school and decide at the end of your program that you want to change to something different. You can do that. You can tell yourself, I don't want to be a doctor. I mean, at the end of finishing a 7 years course, say, I want to be an engineer or an artist. I mean, you can decide to make those decisions. But when it comes to the issue of marriage, you cannot flip or change it just like that. It's a decision that affects you for the rest of your life. So you cannot afford to make the wrong decision. You've got to look at it very well, weigh it, study about it, research about it, read about it, ask questions about it. Anything you know you can do. I think people should study more about marriage than they would any other course. But unfortunately, we don't study them in school. Yet we spend a lot of money studying courses that we end up not using. Marriage has to be on the top if anyone wants to succeed. in life. Look, no matter how high your aspirations are in life, if you marry the wrong person, you might end up not achieving those dreams or those goals. But marrying the right person is going to help you because both of you will support each other in achieving those dreams and those goals. The next line I'm going to read says, life becomes a burden and a curse. No one can effectually ruin a woman's happiness and usefulness and make her life a heart-sickening burden as her own husband, and no one can do 100 parts as much to chill the hopes and aspirations of a man, to paralyze his energies and ruin his influence and prospects as his wife. When you choose a life partner that does not support your life goals, you begin to realize that you cannot function properly. You begin to drop your goals, your aspirations little by little because this person does not support you. And you ask yourself, why then should I pursue these dreams if the person who should believe in you the most does not support this goal or does not believe in this goal? And that is why you see people who have so much potential in life. You look at them and you can see that, oh, this person has got great life ahead of him. But immediately they get married, it looks like the light has been dimmed. It looks like this person used to be so bright. What happened? You used to be so focused. You used to be so full of life. You used to be so full of energy. You knew what you wanted. You went for what you wanted. But what happened to you now? It's the topic of marriage that we're talking about. Look, one can dream of anything in this life. And I think that's the reason why some people say that enjoy your life now so that when you get married, you don't have to regret not enjoying them, because when you get married, you won't be able to do all of those things. And I ask myself, is that true? I know people who still enjoy their life, who still travel the world, who still who pursue their dreams and have achieved every single one of them. I'm going to tell you a story of a couple I used to know. The wife had not completed high school at the time they got married. And when they got married, he was in the university. He went ahead, he finished his university, he finished his master's. His wife finished high school, she finished university. She did her master's. He went ahead to do his PhD, and his wife also went ahead to do a PhD. Both of them now have their PhDs. And he gave this testimony in church. I was wowed, because these are the kind of men that we're looking for. These are the kind of women that we are looking for. Look, there's another story I'm going to tell you about the hunter and the gardener. The hunter is someone who goes out in search of food. He finds an animal, he brings it home. The next day, there is nothing left of that animal. The gardener, on the other hand, is someone who finds a flower, tends it, cherishes it, waters it, cares for it. Everyone who comes around that garden is wowed. They are happy what the flower is turned into. A beautiful garden. The gardener is someone who finds a wife, and after they get married, he helps her, builds her, supports her in her goals in life, And she doesn't get drained by the waves of life and motherhood and wifelihoods and all of that. They both help each other grow. But the hunter is the person who finds a wife who's got potentials, who could achieve a lot in life, who God is destined for greatness, and it destroys her life completely. It's either she loses a value to the extent that she doesn't even feel like achieving anything. We've got to choose carefully. We've got to be careful while choosing, because this decision is a great decision, a decision that can change your life completely. There's a line in the book that says, "It is from the marriage hour that many men and women date their success or failure in this life and their hopes of the future life." That's just the plain truth. Some people think that the wedding day, so many times we make a fuss out of the wedding day, a wedding ceremony. Africans are better. I mean, they love to have a good wedding, or a big wedding. They've got to tell the whole world they're getting married. But we do not focus on what happens after the wedding day. That day determines the outcome of your life. That day determines if you're going to be successful in life or if you're going to be a failure. That day decides a lot of things. And I tell people, don't say it is better a broken relationship than a broken marriage. If you realize on the day before your wedding that this person is not made for you, if you find a red flag, if you find something, it is better to call it off. Because when you get married to that person, it changes the course of your life entirely. It does. A sincere Christian would not advance his plans in this direction without the knowledge that God approves his course. He will not want to choose for himself, but will feel that God must choose for him. This is where we need to be prayerful and ask ourselves, the person that I am going to get married to, is he the person God wants me to get married to? Am I going to be able to glorify the Lord in my marriage? Am I going to be happy in my marriage? Are we going to help each other build our lives together? Or is it going to be the other way around? So many times we know the answers to these questions, but we go ahead to get ourselves into trouble. Look, you're God's child. God wants the best for you. Don't think that society should have a say in your choice of a life partner. Don't think that social media should have a say in the choice of your life partner. Your life belongs to you. You can make it what you want it to make it. If you decide to make that decision of getting married, please choose wisely. Seek God's guidance. We're here to do his will. He wants you to prosper. He wants you to be in good health. So let us take our time, ask from God, choose wisely, because this decision is a great one. It is one that can change the course of your life, the direction of your life totally. But once you put it in the hands of God, it is all fine. Choose today if you want to be the gardener or if you want to be a hunter. And please, if you find a hunter, run away from him, run away from her as far as you can. There is nothing to worry about. Just run away and thank yourself later. I hope I've been able to share some valuable insights in today's video. I'll see you in my next video. Please like, subscribe, and share this video if it makes any sense. Thank you guys for watching.